He has a man crush.
No.
Man.
It's not a
Is he
man
married?
crush.
Can I be his sugar
It's not a
baby?
man crush. It was just like, fuck.
There's only
It's
one man
okay.
crush. There's only one man crush that's allowed, by the way.
Jay-Z.
No.
Oh.
No. Are you recording?
Yeah.
I hope you are. The only man crush that anybody's allowed to have is Thierry Henry.
Really?
Yes.
That's what you went for?
Footballer, like extraordinaire. That's the only
Henry?
one. Yeah.
Aye, cool.
What did we say? Idris?
That's the one.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Idris
Yes.
has better. No, I respect
Absolutely,
Henry.
yes.
I love Henry. I'm an Arsenal guy.
Idris has a
But
song.
Man Crush.
Idris has a song called "Cause I Can," one of those freestyles, right? Right? And he says, "I can beat up your dad cause I can." Do you think Idris would beat up your dad?
Wait,
think
can we
he
start
could.
the podcast?
Like, yo, if Idris and your dad were fighting, who you got money on?
I got money on Andy's dad.
Mad.
You know what? Yes.
I got money on
I'm
Andy's
putting
dad.
money
bro.
on my
Yo,
dad, bro.
Ash, your dad and Idris, they're fighting.
My dad will whoop him.
Idris.
Don't ask me.
Mad.
For obvious reasons. Like, can we start the podcast?
If Idris is fighting Jojo's dad, who do we have our money on? Before he gets an
you're
asthma
not
attack.
nice.
If Idris is fighting George's dad,
Yeah.
I think I could whoop Idris.
There we
For
go.
real. I think I actually
think
could
you would?
whoop. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that Luther guy from that show called Luther.
Yeah. Him.
I came to my setup, do my thing. The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late. It's the mics open, episode 246. My name's G Money.
Andy Young.
Ashley.
Big C.
All right, in the
My
building.
voice is
It's a great
walking.
episode.
Bro, I got so much to talk about today.
Let's go.
I got so much to talk about
Let's
today.
go, let's
Do
go.
we start with
Off the fly.
Wait,
Off the fly.
wait. How you guys doing?
Hot.
I miss wetness.
Yes, you miss your sweating
No, like I miss it being wet.
like rain,
No, like generally being wet.
like rain.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me
Like
like that?
moist.
No.
What do you mean? Like
yo,
that-
I was going to work yesterday and I got to the car and my car was a bit wet. I was like, boom, like I hit the
Like
roof.
in the morning, like when it's got the dew on
Yeah,
it.
there was like
Whose
dew. I
man
was
is
like,
this,
what?
bro?
So
I think I know what you're talking
It's
about.
drizzled.
That's your
It
boy,
did.
bro.
It
Yo,
did.
like
Yes,
it wasn't wholesome rain.
all right, so here's the thing. We have a lot to talk about on the show. Do we start with the heat wave? Do we start with how your weekends were?
No, let's start with the weekend because I saw you going ham on your birthday, bro.
What happened? Like I feel
Yeah.
like I didn't see you. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Let
how'd
me
that
tell
go?
you, this is the first birthday in a very long time that I decided to actually be present. Like I'm celebrating my birthday. I'm never doing it again because I've realized I'm weak.
Wow.
I'm weak. Fam, how by the time we were going for Gordon's and I looked at the kitchen table, there were like 4 empty bottles, 2 empty bottles of JD, an empty bottle of Jameson Black Barrel, and you know it's so bad that when you're just like,
This is pre-game.
When did this happen?
when did this happen?
You haven't even left.
We haven't even got to the gig yet.
Oh, man.
So it started on Thursday at Milan. So Milan sent me a bottle. Nice. Big up Milan. You know, Milan, the reason I would never leave Milan on a Thursday, disrespect, the only club who came to visit me in hospital, waiters, management came to visit me was the guys from Milan. You know,
Nice.
so anyway, they gave me a bottle of JD on Thursday. So I decided to stay a little bit later than usual. There you go. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was just like, I can't even move. Then Monday, I went to work. And then Tuesday, Tuesday I had a running stomach.
That's what we're going with. Cool.
So like, but dedicated
As you
to
had predicted last week.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
But you know the most obvious thing to do is actually miss work on a Monday.
No.
It is actually.
He loves Mondays.
It is.
No.
For GT,
No,
Tuesdays
like
are his
Tuesday,
Mondays.
you
Makes
Andy,
sense.
Andy remembers
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I know what
remember,
you're saying.
I've always hated Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I love Mondays.
I hate Monday.
He struggles
I
on
hate
Tuesdays
Monday.
because now Tuesday is like his Monday.
Like,
You know, yeah.
honestly, for me, and I was kind of suffering on Monday as well. Man, I saw Kevin on Friday and Saturday, right? So my big boss was around this past weekend, and we just happened to bump into each other somewhere and pop shorts. So for like a while, I've actually not been drinking. Like a while. So that hit me bad.
We never drink.
Yeah, like he hit me so bad, I forgot to pay the bill.
At a bar?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like so bad. Like I got home, so thankfully got into the Uber, got home. Then when I woke up at like 5 o'clock, my buddy sent me a message that like, yo, you forgot to pay the bill. And I was like, damn.
Accountable friends.
But that's fine though. That's okay because I mean, it could have got a different way. It could have been radio presenter runs away from being in a bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It was just one of those moments of like, I think it hit direct and it was just like, go home.
I had a bill the last time I was at Cavalli and my phone was dead. I just told Ashley to pay it. Everyone needs Ashley to pay. And you know what Ashley did? Can I say what Ashley did?
Yeah.
Ashley just got one of her niggas to pay it.
I told him, come, pay
No
for this.
way! Yo, but
So whoever you are, thank
Can't say
you.
his name here as
Ashley's
well.
a lifesaver. Ashley found me in the car sitting Friday.
Hey,
Waiting for my
where
phone.
weren't you?
I had a busy weekend. Ashley,
Where weren't
I
you?
went to a
And
club.
then he was parked right next to me, so I'm just like, why are you just sitting in your car with your lights on?
My man was going through it.
I went to Thingy. I went to Mercury to see it, nice and chill. Then I went down. Like I
Fahrenheit
was actually waiting to go get some chicken, right? So when I get to the car, my phone is dead. So I have to pay parking fees. And I don't have cash. So I'm there, I've plugged in my phone. You know, you're so comfortable, windows down, you're just chilling. Then I see Ashley come. I'm like, thank God. Someone who can pay for me
Sometimes
parking.
to save lives.
Yo.
So wait a minute, you wasn't happy to see her because she's Ashley. You're happy so she can pay for the parking.
I saw Ashley, I'm like, yo, pay my parking. I was out.
And tried to kidnap me. I was just like,
I
wait,
was like,
we have to
pop
make sure the
out.
it's been paid.
That was it.
Drop me back.
How are you guys coping with this heat, man?
Yo.
Yo, I
Oh,
think
I
my-
love it.
Can I tell you about my
I
weekend?
slept
Oh
naked
yeah, what one for your
yesterday.
weekend? Talk to me.
So,
Oops, sorry, my
phones on
bad.
silent.
Sorry.
So on okay, well, I can't lie. I was drinking Friday, Saturday, right? Didn't hydrate that well. I ate not too well as well. So I had a birthday party to go to on Sunday, and it was like for a 7-year-old. This is how I know the heat was really, really bad, right? I was like in a little sundress, went to the little area where the birthday was happening, blah, blah, blah. How did I pass out?
What do you
Wow.
From heat.
You passed out?
I passed out.
Damn.
Like I just started burning up. Well, not fully passed out. Like my friend,
You got flushed.
yo, I couldn't see. My legs were numb. I was like, my hands were tingly.
Damn.
My body literally went like numb. Like
No,
then
but-
my pulse was weak.
and it wasn't love?
Wow.
But no, for real,
Some
like
hot flashes.
take care of yourselves with this heat, because I was going. I was honestly I was going. It was
I
bad.
am enjoying it, bro.
So-
But
Uh,
hydrate,
I
guys.
can wear, yeah, I'm
hydrate.
hydrating. I can wear less in
Like
the house. I can
What-
wear less
the thing-
outside.
the
Be
thing- the
nice.
thing for
Oh,
me
yeah,
is
I'm enjoying it, man.
I naturally I love heat. I love the sun. I love that's why I love the warm weather. I love the fact that it's in its 30s. I love it. The only thing that I think
As opposed to its 18s.
no, like you see, like now it's like 29 degrees.
Calvin, no.
Oh,
I'm
no,
glad
Calvin.
he
No,
I'm glad he missed it. I'm glad he missed it.
no, Calvin.
I'm glad he missed it.
Oh, that was nice.
Right. So anyway, so I love it when it's.
Asim is gonna kick you
I
out.
love it
set.
when-
No, the guy said the weather in its 30s. I was like,
I love
damn.
it when the weather is in its 30s. That's fine.
That's a
but
good one.
the only thing I have is that because I don't have a fan at the new house because the fan is here at the old house where we film. So I wasn't ready. So I had to literally open the balcony doors and the windows. But I love it, man. I love it.
Like, honestly,
because come 6th month, guys are going to be complaining about the cold.
How cold
so
it
me,
is,
I'm
yeah.
saying
I
this,
love the cold.
Enjoy the heat right now, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's not
Yeah.
gonna be funny then.
but it was interesting watching a scientist speak about this, right? And they said, so why it's so hot is because we've just come from El Nino, right? So the phenomenon, so it's insanely hot. But the person actually did say that
Inizwa
Kenyans
ya
are
mvua.
acting like it wasn't hot like this last year. It actually was.
Right.
You might have just forgotten. I mean, it's a year ago, right?
Yeah.
But they've said, so this is actually going to extend into... It's going to extend into this into March.
Right.
So March is going to be hot, and then soon after, the rain is going to be here. The short rains are going to start. But what was interesting about why it's also very hot is because in Western it's raining. Like yesterday when I was watching the president.
Yeah, even Eldoret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's raining. Even yesterday when I was watching the president and the rest of the government at that national retreat, it was raining. You get, so it's here and there. But Mandera right now, 39.
Funny enough, my
Jeez.
friend PJ just came from Kisumu. When was it? Yesterday. And he was just like, it's too hot in Nairobi. Like, Kisumu is colder than
Right.
Nairobi is. It's wild.
I just think that like if you're just protect yourself, man. Just like if you know that you can't stand the heat and you're one of those people, just do the necessaries. Whether it's your sunscreen or whatever, or stay hydrated. Because I think at the end of the day, like Andy says, man, I know that in 4 months' time it's gonna be like, I hate this cold. Weather for two.
Weather for two, yeah.
But you know,
Right now, guys
Right
are
now,
asking,
it's not-
how are people cuddling in this weather?
There's no
How are
cuddles.
you ask?
There's no cuddles in this
Bro,
weather.
you know-
in this weather,
For who?
there's none.
Speak for yourself, bro.
Just
How
for
can you
yourself.
cuddle in this weather?
Just-
How not?
No. This is how it works in this weather. In this weather, can I use it as an
Yeah.
example? Like there's cuddles till you fall asleep, and then as soon as you're falling asleep, you are pushed
No,
off.
you're stuck. You're stuck
No,
to my skin,
you're
bro.
pushed off.
You're not going nowhere.
You know
You're
how,
stuck
like,
to me.
you know when you're body to body and when you like get off each other, there's
Skin
that
to
like
skin. Yeah.
oh
Adhesive.
no.
You know, let me plug you onto some game, man. So, shout going out to China Square. They've got this like little AC thing that is like a stand-up thing. You just put it in there. Hey, your cuddle buddy. It could be like New York right now. Come on.
What is this little thing that stands up in there?
No, not that little thing.
No,
It's a
that's what you
big thing.
No,
you
didn't make it make sense,
No,
Calvin.
like I was
Is it an air conditioned unit?
Yes, that's what I was talking
But
about.
then explain, because you
Bro,
said there's a little thing that stands
but
up in
there's
there.
no little thing that they sell at China Square.
I don't know.
Toe.
I don't know. I mean, you're the China Square expert.
It's a thing that just...
Is it a little thing? Is it a big
it
thing?
oozes. It's like half of this fire.
Does it stand up?
It stands up.
Please
and,
shut up.
and it can make people cuddle.
It took a
Calvin,
lot out of
Trust
you.
me, man.
Wow.
That took a lot, huh?
Wow,
So
that
that's-
was it. I was not parking in that spot, if you know what I
I
mean.
just need you guys to take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Our producer held up a sign saying it's the Equinox.
Equinox,
Summer
yeah.
equinox.
Like the gym.
Equinox. The Equinox.
Man, the thing is just stay lubricated. I mean, stay hydrated.
Jesus
That's the word.
Christ. Can we move on to mosquitoes going to
I
school
think
at
I
6
think you
a.m.?
should be going through his jokes before we come to.
Yo,
think
can I
so.
just
Yeah.
say...
What jokes?
They're not
just
jokes,
say-
are they?
Can
I know,
I'm
just
so
say-
hot. I mean, I am.
Oh my
Do you know what I
God.
hate?
Tell me,
Now
tell
that we're
me.
talking about that,
Tell me what you
I
hate.
hate the way how the listeners to this podcast gas Calvin up in the
Man.
comments. Oh, Calvin
Man.
is so funny. Calvin needs to do stand up. Calvin needs to do this. He's not that funny. He's not.
Yo,
Now they'll call you a
I-
hater.
yo,
They'll
you
say
know-
you're
No,
hating.
no,
And then they'll say, "Oh, Calvin was so funny on this podcast."
No,
Can't wait for the next
I
one.
saw a tweet. I'll read it to you. That absolutely describes my level of hate. I am an ethical hater. I'm hating on you from a nuanced and multifaceted standpoint.
wow.
Nuanced.
I'm a
and
nuanced
multifaceted.
hater. I'm not just a hate for hating.
No,
sake.
no.
Bro, the
It's
day
not
the day I
out.
realized they liked it, I backed off. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what?
Whatever.
Let
Do
it
your
run.
thing, man.
Yo, you know, I saw one of those biryani jokes this week.
What? Let's get
man.
let's get biryani.
So it was actually really funny.
Stop.
So it was like, you know how you go on one of these platforms nowadays and they ask you male, female, non-binary,
Yeah.
right? So imagine saying it to like someone from the Asian continent and you're saying non-binary and they like come from a country that's biryani affiliated. They're like, no biryani? Because they can't hear non-binary.
You see the
was
problem,
so
Jimani, is
good.
also Ashley.
Ashley's the problem.
See how she's cracking over there.
Yo,
bro.
non-binary.
And then she's gonna adapt the guy. See now.
Yo.
Now they're adapting each other.
And they were saying it to the mom. The mom is like, no,
No biryani.
no biryani, no biryani. Oh, man.
Actually, I
But
have
you know,
never, I have never
guys,
questioned
you know,
your
I'm gonna admit my
your taste
algorithm
buds when it
on
comes to
Instagram
humor.
Wow.
But damn.
is so messed up, and it's really messing up with my sleep patterns.
Oh,
like if
wow.
you guys noticed last night, I was sending you guys funny stuff at like
Who's
past
you guys?
midnight.
No,
Right?
you're sending us stuff. Go on.
Yeah.
Past midnight. It wasn't
Past
funny.
midnight. Are these guys
It
in that
wasn't
group as
funny.
well?
They are.
Yeah.
Austin's
Why did
there.
they come in there?
Huh?
I'm glad we have VAR. He was about to lie on us, bro.
Oh, I didn't notice.
There was an invite, bro.
Who else is there?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh man, so it's not exclusive no more.
No.
Damn, no more jokes.
Everyone's
They say they're
It
not
wasn't
jokes.
bro.
But how comes they don't send jokes then? Then why are they there?
because it's a serious group where we discuss serious things.
No,
Like
but
the
why?
podcast.
No. Like, are they everywhere? Even on the Twitter one?
No.
No.
Not on the Twitter
Oh,
one.
thank God.
Now are you making them feel like, oh, at least you guys are not in this?
Anyway,
No Casa Nostra.
Shut up. Before we move on to how mosquitoes are going to school at 6 a.m., I want to, of course, thank Co-op Bank and the Year account for really rolling with us these last few months.
Yeah.
By the way, let me tell you, I'm not supposed to let the cat out of the bag, but just stick close to what we're doing and what the Year account is doing, because I don't want to say, but big things are happening.
Big
Can I
things.
tease
Big
something?
things are going.
Let me
Yes,
let,
please.
let me tease something. You know that on this channel we have the lockdown session, the wake up call, we have the various mixes, right? Imagine if you were in your house as a virtual DJ just trying to learn the game. Imagine if somebody turned around and said to you, boom, here's what you need. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm just saying. So make sure that, of course, if you are a digital creator, if you're someone out there who's hustling, if you're someone out there who definitely needs that financial partner to help you make it happen, then you need to get your hands on your Year account. Very simple to open. It's all about having your ID and your PIN number. The world of Year is it's crazy if you're a creator. It helps you to get paid. It helps you to make your payments as well. So make sure that you run with us. And I've given you a little heads up. Something really big is in the wings.
Yeah.
Next couple of weeks. So keep it right here, 103. Oh my goodness. So keep it right here.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood.
It's in the
So
blood.
keep it right
Right
here.
here.
On the mics are open. There you go.
Yeah, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe on that note.
Yes, there you go. For
Yeah.
real.
Or on that
So
frequency.
yeah, big things are going. Right. Did you see that story of mosquitoes changing the
Pulling
way they
up.
bite people?
Firstly,
Yo, so yeah. Let's speak about these mosquitoes. What's going on? Like,
So
are
basically, what's happened is because of the success of the malaria nets in some areas, especially like Siaya,
Yeah,
parts of Nyanza, the mosquitoes have said we can't be biting these kids anymore in their
darkness.
homesteads. So we're gonna wait for them at school.
It's on site.
on site.
on site.
It's on site.
That's
So hold
wild
up.
to
So
me.
these mosquitoes had a big conference and they were like,
Damn.
comrades, as leader of the mosquitoes, we are no longer having the impact we had in the communities. So what we need to do now is go to the schools to get these guys just as they're. So apparently, and it's
Yo,
there's research.
They actually gave that speech.
They've done research by is it one of these not
Kemri.
Kemri, I think.
Yes,
So the
yes.
mosquitoes are now literally going to the schools, waiting for the kids.
And then they bite them.
Finally, we have
6 a.m.
we have people in this country. I mean, rather objects, things, beings living that are doing something. You think about that, yo. But those mosquitoes are not too original. I think I've seen this movie. It was called Blade.
What?
Assume people haven't watched Blade.
Yeah.
So Blade, Wesley Snipes, right? So he's a vampire who can kind of walk.
Right. Okay.
Well, you know, in the whatevers. Mosquitoes technically usually operate in very dark areas, right? Like if you go to a school that and you know, like the desks and everything, it's not too well ventilated.
Yeah.
They might bite you. These things have kind of evolved, right? Like
Right.
you know, if a mosquito.
But going to school at 6 a.m.
Yo, that's a hard working whatever.
Yeah, they're pushing it.
That's building the nation.
No. That's
The earliest Mosey.
That's evolve or die. Like if you're told, yo, suck me.
Eh,
No, what I meant was,
So if you're told suck me at 6 a.m.
why you dying behind that camera, you guy?
You.
Why you dying?
You're just as bad. Like,
Austin is a problem. It's not even me
you're
anymore.
part of the
Wow,
problem.
Ashley.
That guy's
Austin
crying.
is the problem.
He's in tears.
Wow.
That was not my
You
intent.
can't be for
I
real,
was
man.
really I really think these mosquitoes have thought it out.
Lord.
Oh no, it's a strategy. They
But
had
you
a
know
full
what's
strategy
what's
plan.
actually really
Natural
dope?
selection is
But
going
you
to
know-
get you guys one day.
but you know what's actually G, and I think we really need to take this seriously. I think if we had an episode with one of those Camry guys, because they be dropping some really
Weird
interesting
stuff.
facts
So the story
about
I'm reading,
mosquitoes.
I'm reading a story. It says mosquitoes have become smarter. Some are avoiding homes and instead are hanging around primary schools, waiting for children who arrive early for morning preps. They begin feasting on the pupils at 6 a.m. Researchers who established this pattern said they believe the mosquitoes are going to school to avoid the treated bed nets distributed in homes in Western Kenya and its environs.
But-
The early morning biting observed here.
Early morning
Why does it sound
biting.
like a Shinsia song? Early morning biting. That's Dexter Dawson.
Points to a
Vibes
change
Cartel.
in behavior to avoid bed nets. This is the results presented at the ongoing Kenya Medical Research Institute annual scientific and health conference in Nairobi.
Yo,
I can I can tell you for a fact. How many times have you gone to the Dunda with shorts and you're just munched by Moses?
How many times have you gone to the donor in shorts and just been munched
Wow.
Oh, like-
by mosquitoes?
yeah. How many? They're called Moses.
You call them Moses?
Yeah, my dad usually uses
No,
that
but
as a
you
nickname.
guys-
I'm
you
finished
guys-
with you guys, by the way.
But you
I'm
guys,
finished.
you
No,
guys
it's true.
remember?
No, how many times do you go to the club and you're just eaten up by the Moses?
Well, not
So
by the
many times.
Moses.
Not the Moses.
Not the Moses. But you guys remember like the most famous pest?
Huh?
You guys don't remember Louis the Pest?
Louis the
Oh,
I'm the Louis the
yes.
Pest. Yo, those
That
ads
ad.
used to be nice,
It was
man.
nice,
But
it
there's
was
a
nice.
really terrible ad that's on TV right now. Man,
Which one?
there's one that
Are
is
you sure you want to
advertising
go
like
there?
Are you
some...
sure you want to go there?
Huh?
First of all.
You sure you want to go there?
Okay.
It's on prime time. Everybody's watching it. Like I'm just like, really? Bro, so
do tell.
it's an ad about like a dashboard spray. Right? So this chick comes up towards the car and sprays like on the
Dashboard?
dash or something, or she's whatever. I think we can get it on the internet. And this guy says, yo, your dashboard yako ni sawa. And this chick has like really big boobs. And it's actually a billboard that is out here. Have you guys seen it? You've
No.
seen it?
You've seen
I'm
it.
like, what is
What's the
going
connection? There's no connection.
on? So old school shit.
Oh,
innuendo.
the dashboard.
The dashboard.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Stop
I
acting
get
slow.
it.
That's
You knew what
terrible.
it was, bro. You knew what it was.
That's bad.
I
That's
did
bad.
not clock that one bit.
By the way, I mean, speaking of adverts, you know, another advert that really does my head in is the one for is that one that it comes in the football matches with the kids playing football with Stephen Appiah, the Ghanaian footballer. And he's teaching them how to play football, but it's ultra milk or something. Is that
It's milk.
they make? I think they notoriously make bad adverts, and that's part of their whole thing. Because all their adverts are so like just so over the top.
What's the worst ad you've ever seen though?
Damn, I don't know if I can think of one.
I don't know. I think the worst. I've seen some bad ones, but the bad ones are the ones that stick,
Yeah, for sure.
just like your exes. So moving swiftly on, right?
What a segue. Wait.
I want us to talk about the
Wait.
dollar.
Where were you?
When the dollar fell,
Bruh.
Damn.
To the
I
ground.
remember I'm just like in a didimia kudidimia. It was
Yo, it's gone down. It's what, like
So,
a
you know
129 now.
what is actually crazy, G? Before you start, I have never in my life,
seen a depreciation like that.
but never in my life have I ever gone into a bank and said, hey, can you guys buy dollar? Because normally I'd be going to the
To buy dollars.
exchange.
Yeah.
Yo, but the
The bureau.
exchange are like, bro,
They're playing.
137. I'm like,
Fam, let me tell
They're
you.
playing
bank,
games.
142.
So here's the interesting
Never.
thing.
It's always the other way around.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting thing about the dollar falling, right? The dollar losing value against the shilling. First of all, we've been complaining for the last year that it's gone up.
Yeah.
Now when it fell, of course we're complaining again. It's not gonna stay down. But for me, and I'll give you a very real example, right? There was a bill I needed to pay last week, and the money, I didn't have any money, any money, shillings. I didn't have any shillings. So I had to get the money from like my UK account, right? Fam, I dallied, right? Fam, do you know it cost me like literally an extra like almost 40k because I dilly-dallied. If I'd taken the money out a week before, it would have been
Appreciate
at 204. Fam, I'd take it out like 176, bro.
It was
That's like
bad.
a 1/8 depreciation, bro.
Yeah.
Like for me, it was watching. In
I know
terms
there's
of-
people out there saying good. Good people. Yeah, it's people like you, eh?
You know how I've been looking at it is this, right? So like if you transact in dollar or you have to pay in dollar, just as you're saying, right? You can actually like how I look at it is it's like a money market of sorts.
Yeah.
You get like how much it was appreciating. It's there. You can see it every single day. The profit that you were making. I mean, if you got your dollar at what like 150 and had gotten all the way to 175, that 25 bob, that's money. But now, pop, it's plummeted. Everything that you'd hedged on,
Yeah.
you get.
But do
what
you think it's gonna go back up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, cause I'm thinking like, if I had $100,000 right now, right? If I would just like hold on to it and then just wait for it to go up to like whatever it is.
Yeah. For me, like when I went to the bank last week and I remember I'd just gone to do something different and just asked the teller, I was like, how many guys have come in today? He's like, yo, a lot of people came in to take out their dollars, right? Yeah, a lot. It really happened. That is why supply and demand, right? That is why guys were being told 132, we're buying your dollar because there's surplus, surplus, right? And it's been like that. But it will kind of pick up because the banks never have I'll say it again, banks typically buy bad and sell higher.
Yeah.
And what do you call them? The bureaus technically buy good.
Yeah.
You get. But it's so different right now. But well, I'm not one to speculate. But I think it might just stabilize for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then?
You know, there's a lot of factors at play, but the way the government came in and they're riding on this wave.
We told you.
They're just like, yo, we now have everything. It's crazy to see all of that, and of course, it's going to affect quite a bit of stuff. But what is interesting, looking at that and now looking at the interest rates in terms of borrowing. Hey,
It's more expensive to borrow now.
no, it's
cheaper, yeah?
No. This is like an all-time high.
Wow.
Bro, 26%.
That's mad.
So think about it, because the central bank will give you like, what do you call it? A cap, right? And then on top of that, and you're told you can't go above a certain whatever. So like, think about it. If you borrowed $1 million, Bob, from any lender, and this is what do you call it? Unsecured. You're paying 26%.
That's madness, though.
That's a lot, man.
That's madness.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think what struck me with the whole conversation was how we complain when it's low, we complain when it's high. We just complain.
We're just complainers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I wanted to also talk. There's guys have really enjoyed when we speak about music on the podcast. 2 music stories. First of all, Grammys to be held in Kenya. Are we ready?
Yo, can I just say, I found out about that story and I was like, huh? Then someone who told me was like, yeah, that's what those film directors, what they're speaking about. I was like, film?
Grammys?
Ain't the Grammys, Oscars? Like, were you invited?
To the Grammys in Kenya?
No. To the embassy.
No. You know what? Funny, I've never been invited to any of these embassy
But
gigs.
for me, it was just like, bro, it's like
Why?
if there's a podcasting thing and you invite.
Come on, don't act like we don't get invited. By these.
Yeah. But you get. But anyway, because it was, I saw this and it was guys in film who were there, and I have no shade, right? Like all of them guys were in, and of course, film has music and all of that. Then when later someone said to me, "Oh, this was in connection to that," those guys were there for it, and I was like, "Oh." Because the US ambassador,
Make whatever her name is.
was like, yo, African Grammys to be held in
Yeah.
Kenya.
But I mean, we're good for it in terms of like actually just doing
hotels,
it.
name, everything.
Yeah, for
Conferences.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have the facilities to do it.
But yo, Nairobi's looking sexy, eh?
In terms of?
Have you guys seen the new? There's a UN body that is about to move. Like,
Most of the guys from New York to Nairobi.
yeah,
Because it's cheaper. I heard
yo,
that. But come on, if you work for the UN, do you know, bro, if you work for the UN, I actually want to work for the UN, man.
Same.
Fam, do you know the UN have their own bank?
Yeah.
They have their own bank, their own stores, their own everything.
shout
Yeah.
out to Fuego.
Oh, is our guy?
He works there.
At the UN bank?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to him because
Call for
but
it.
you have to, you have to be referred, huh? And it's family and whatever. But me and Fuego are cousins.
Yeah.
But basically, and also they get a very good rate in the dollars, even when the
They
dollars
got
are
a
high.
petrol station over there.
Gas
Yeah.
station. Hey, I
They've got
want
a
to work for the
supermarket.
UN,
It's
bro.
a full little community.
yeah.
Proper. So they're moving these guys from New York to Nairobi. Those guys who are flying in are gonna have the time of their life.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's crazy.
They will.
It's crazy. I went house hunting last week.
I'm glad
Hey.
you said that.
You're trying to move again.
House
Oh,
hunting.
no. It was like purchasing a house, right? So went to check out something in Kilimani. Very, very nice place. Maybe 115 square meters and stuff. Going for some good rates. But it was just interesting talking to that the agent. But before the agent came, the lady who's part of that, what do you call it?
Development.
The development was like, yo, the UN people have taken up a big chunk.
Bro.
And I was like, really?
Yeah, fam, let me tell you. So here's the thing. When it comes, I've always wondered what the housing market or who the housing market in Nairobi is geared towards. This week, I've been helping a pal of mine look for a house in Kileleshwa. Just like, you know me, when it comes to like the house hunting, I actually enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, bam, agents this, agents that. So I found this place, right? Kileleshwa, really nice. Bro, so you know me, I walk in there, I'm larger than life. Yo, I come to get a house. They show us a 2-bedroom, right? They're like, yeah, this one is available. This place is perfect. Heart of Kileleshwa, very good price, blah, blah, blah. By the time we get from the apartment to the reception, I walk into the reception to sign up papers. Oh, sorry, someone's just paid for it.
Wow.
So I'm like,
Be like,
I'm like, hold on, like, would you? So I'm like, okay, cool. Let us know if
Something
it
comes
comes
up.
up. Day 2 of house hunting. I see this place online. I call the agent. The agent said it's still available. In fact, there's about 3 of these available, so I know you'll definitely get one of them. Bam! Call. It's actually Otis. Call Otis. Yo, this place is here. Blah blah blah. Fam, it's the same building we went to the day
Wow.
before. The same building we went to the day before. So now,
damn.
the developer or the woman, the guy who's in charge, says in Swahili to the agent, who are these people you've brought for us? We told you no, Nigerians.
Wow. Dude. How do you
So
look
it's-
Nigerian?
It's a thing.
It
so
is.
me,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, so then, oh, this is good. I didn't understand what it's like. What's like, yo, hold on. These people think that we're Nigerian. So you're like, you've come in, we have come in there loud and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah.
no. Bro, do you know that we got the house?
So the house that was
As soon
initially.
as they realized that we weren't Nigerian.
Wow.
That's wild to
It's
bro,
crazy.
The whole energy changed. And even the guy who's at the reception, like even the manager was a Calais guy. And Otis speaks Calais. So he's like, he's like, Then the guy at the reception was a Luo. Jatelo, fam,
Just like that.
It's
house
crazy.
is there.
Gone.
And got a tour of the entire building.
Wow.
So
Bro, that's wild.
it's crazy. And there's this lady that I'm watching on, I think I'll share it with you guys on Twitter, right? So there's a whole conversation that's happening about, and maybe you guys have seen it, the Chinese construction that's going up in Westlands, in Kileleshwa, Kilimani, and all of that. So just checking out this property thing. Bro, and I don't know, and I stand corrected, and I'm probably going to have to do the research on this. But there's a tweet that said, and I've been thinking about it, 17,000 unoccupied.
Wow.
Well, that's what people have said, right? But me, I can tell you this for a fact. that just the last 3 days of driving around, these buildings that we are saying, that we drive past saying, who's going to rent these places? They are being rented, bro.
They are.
They're waiting. Like, for example, the thing about it is like, there was one in Valley Arcade that I went to look at. And when it was being built, I remember driving past saying, this place is 4.9 million. It must be some small student.
Yeah.
But I actually went in there to look at this, and yes, it's quite small, but it's well laid out, well thought out, good fixtures, and it's going for like 6M, right?
Yeah.
But there's a waiting list
Gone.
So guys are thinking that these things are not being rented. They are.
They
Bro,
are.
And a lot of people buy them off plan, so it becomes so much cheaper for them to actually rent it, or rather the value they're getting afterwards is so much more than what they will get if they buy it when it's already built.
Speaking to the agent, he's like, yo, because I'm very skeptical about off plan, because I've known people, and he's like, bro,
Who get played
Chinese
They don't
off plan, you're good to go.
Yeah,
He's like, listen, with Chinese off plan, if they say it's going to be ready in
It's
December
gonna-
2025, it's either going to be November or January, but not beyond.
Like the one I was checking out, the guys were like, cool, so a couple of units occupied. This one is done in November, but they were like, so we're about to break ground for the next one, which is going to be right next to the GTC in Westlands. I was like, okay. Sounds like a very nice location. Because you can imagine Westlands, it will be controlled in terms of like the development and everything. Yeah, man, but property in Nairobi, like when I look at it, like now I go back to now as a Kenyan, as Nairobi, when I look at Rwanda, Aske has been pitted against them, Tanzania and everything. Fam, let me tell you this. Kenya's still way ahead. Right? And it's interesting that we're speaking about this. You saw the clip that I sent you guys on Twitter this morning of the American guy saying that
Kenya's the easiest place to
Kenya's
sell.
the easiest. And that really got me thinking about it, right? Do we actually have culture as Kenyans?
Yes. We have a
What?
culture.
No. Here's why, right?
As Nairobians or as Kenyans?
As Nairobians.
Yes, we do.
Here's the thing. Because he articulated it very well, right? Some of the musicians that we listen to and we know,
Same guys they listen to.
same guys they listen to.
Yep.
The slang, like when Andy says he ate. If you jump on TikTok, say Gucci wore
you thought you
this,
ate.
my man, this, that, all of the laces, the how many inches, the nails, the what, bottle service, everything.
Yeah, I saw that video, and he was right.
And he was right? And like when I talk to like Kevin Brown, right? He says he's been to different African countries, and when he came to Kenya, he just kept moving his date, and was like, "Fam, I'll settle here, right?" And you know when you get all of that, and how he said English is spoken,
Yeah.
you can literally speak to anyone, even an Askari and
Facts.
all of that. But now back to that whole content of culture. What is the Nairobi culture?
I've said this before.
Wow.
our culture, we are a sponge. Like, we are a very curious young kid who is cool, has a very high affinity to, attract people from everywhere, but at the expense, quote unquote, of absorbing different cultures. That's if we had a superpower, that's our superpower. Like, if you hit me with your power thinking that you are affecting me, you
In real
are
sense.
only arming me, because
Right,
now I'm
right.
familiar with that, I'm taking that, I'm consuming it, and now when it's now what's the word I'm looking for, I make it kind of edible or consumable for anyone who is around me. So when you are around this vicinity, you're going to look for familiarity, right?
And you're gonna find
who
it.
has familiarity, like that one person who was absorbing. And the thing is, we don't just absorb anything, bro.
Yeah.
We don't just absorb anything.
I-
We select what we absorb. We're like, okay, we like that. That's cool. We are taking that. It's okay, but you tutawachia hiyo. So I feel like as Kenyans and Nairobians, that's our culture.
And I think we have the capability, and that's what we do, to kind of twist it around and make it our own.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily copy paste. It's like a copy and then paste edit.
Yeah.
Pasted and edited.
I don't.
And we even see it in
I
music.
take
Yeah.
it
And
with a
fashion.
pinch of salt,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I look at it like this. Another place that has quite a bit of different cultures, which has kind of evolved, is when you go to Dubai, for instance, right? Dubai has a very heavy British population,
Yes.
American now
Expats.
expats. Like the numbers are actually huge, huge,
right.
as compared to like the Emiratis, massive,
Okay.
right? But you can still see the Emiratis do everything Emirati.
Yeah, but but here's the thing, and why I would
That's an unfair comparison.
Yeah, and why I'd say that's unfair because
Very.
you see in Dubai is a designed culture in the sense of like
Yes.
and I don't think Nairobi
Based
is.
on real.
No. Why I'm saying that is because, like, I'll give my comparisons, right? When I look at how many brands, foreign brands, like food brands, who come here and set up shop, right? So easy. Why? Because, if I want Popeye's chicken, I see it in a movie, what, pap, Popeye's chicken. I want it, what. And it's been like that. When I go to TZ, not really.
Yeah,
it's
but-
not happening.
but the thing-
Uganda, not really, right? But I'm saying is because we accept so many of those cultures. And I'll even get to
Was
a
it
point.
Andy? Was it what Andy just said?
Yeah, but I'm
We're
saying
sponges.
Yeah, but we're sponges of all of those cultures to an extent where do I feel okay rocking a butter shoe? No.
Yes,
But- yes.
bro.
No,
There's
no.
context.
Nah, fam, listen.
But
There's
butter is not
context.
Kenyan though.
Butter's not
It's a
Kenyan,
global
but it's
brand.
it comes from India, all of that kind of stuff. But it's been packaged to be very, very Kenyan, right?
But going to
You're speaking at where you're at, bro. Because where you're at, these are the shoes you're wearing.
Yeah.
You shop from abroad.
Yeah.
But you're not interacting with the people who, bro.
yeah, you are not an example of
Kwanza last
Kenya.
week nilikuwa nimepiga
I
bata.
even mentioned it on the radio and I said, I am guilty of it, right? Like I've
Yes.
assimilated so much of that culture. And that is why it got me thinking what actually is the Nairobi culture.
So basically, then the counter argument could be the fact that you are representative of the Nairobi culture means that you are able to fit in all of the different places you go to because our culture is so similar and so
Accommodating.
Yes,
accommodating,
guys, I get it, but I want to challenge your thoughts in terms of thinking in a different way. Cool, we've arrived at that, but is there like a lack
Bro,
of?
you go to Dubai, have a great night out, leave the club, and go and find someone selling eggs. Leave the club, leave your show in the morning,
Facts.
leave the office in the morning, and go into another space and find someone selling smokies.
Smoky pasu.
Passoa. Fam, let me tell you, bro.
But hence why-
Let me by a show of hands. How many people? And there's 1, 2, 4 of us, 4 guys in production.
You've attacked the culture
Right?
or mtura.
So let me
You've
tell you,
attacked the
wait,
culture.
so let me go. How many people
Yeah.
in here know this to be the truth? When
What?
you leave a club at 3 a.m. and you're hungry, nothing slaps like chicken in.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When you're high.
There's no even
And those
on a
fries
good
are
day.
not the
Or
same in the
not.
morning.
Or not.
Yeah.
So what? No,
but
those
also,
are the basic examples.
But basic examples, man. But here it's you're saying that, right? I can give you examples. Smoocha, I found out about it the other day. I'm very proud about myself. Chapo,
You didn't know about
Nini.
Smoocha until the other
I
day?
didn't. Like I don't fucking care.
Yo,
I'm telling you
this
guys,
guy
I
who
was
made
very,
the best
I was
smoocha.
very excited. Bro,
Ulikuwa SPU.
me, I'm from an era of Pasua Chapo, bro. It's the same kind of thing. But I didn't know they'd added the cha to the smoky and it's called smoocha. I was really impressed.
Where do you live,
Moving
bro?
along. State
Right.
House Road, goddammit.
All right.
But then
This
Ruto needs to
guy.
come back. We've been
All
getting
right,
some
guys.
No, hold up. Let me land, right? When you go
Yeah.
to Kampala, they've got the Rolex, right? Yeah, the Mayai Chapo kind of thing. When you're in Lagos, you will come out of the rave and go have suya by the roadside.
Okay.
Everything is there. It's like saying, bro, when you're in Dubai and you finish at the rave, you can find some LGBTQ.
Biryani.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get biryani tonight.
Let's get biryani.
All right. Now,
proud
first
of
of all,
myself.
two things. The first thing.
That was good, right?
The first thing I'll talk about is, of course, giving you the heads up. Leave him alone. Give you the heads up about the year account from the Co-op Bank. Now, here's the thing. 2 things. Access. We're getting towards Easter. Your year
Yes.
account would be the access to some of the greatest experiences happening, whether it's the parties, whether it's the culture. Your year account, being a year account holder, makes
Yeah.
it happen for you in terms of entry to some of the most amazing events. Cinema tickets, we got you as well. There's a lot happening with the year account in terms of the things that you get for being our loyal customer. Very easy to open the account. Of course, all you need is your ID and your PIN number. And of course, I'm telling you, especially if you love music and you're just keep watching to see what's about to happen in conjunction with the Good Company and And I want to also big up a lot of the other man like Tofas as well, who's doing his thing as the brand
The
ambassador.
5-star.
Five-star general,
5-star
really
DJ.
bringing to life the year brand as well. Now, while we speak about I want to move quickly into a quick Gen Z conversation. And it's about Elsa Majimbo versus Naomi Campbell. Now, if you don't know, Elsa released a 8-minute video talking about her experience with Naomi Campbell.
Moist one.
It was the video where she's putting on oil every 10 seconds.
We're told don't know how to put on lotion. Go on.
But but long and the short of it was, she reckons that she's no longer friends with Naomi Campbell, and Naomi Campbell has dealt with her badly. Is that the right way to say it? But
Maybe
she's
not as gracefully.
Maybe as gracefully. That's the right word.
Yeah.
As she could have done, and she wanted her freedom and her closure. And of course, the whole world jumped in, and guys were like, she's about to be blacklisted. How can you go against Naomi Campbell? Naomi Campbell's been in the game since she was 16 years old, discovered walking in South London. We all know the story, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. I look at it completely different. I look at it from the perspective of, if there was ever a Gen Z moment,
It was that
was
one.
it. And I love...
What do you mean by a Gen Z moment?
A Gen Z moment as in
Standing on business.
Standing on business, for one. And also refusing to allow yourself to be manipulated regardless of what the consequence can be. I don't know if I've used this example. This was given to me recently where there was a digital intern in a company and something had gone wrong. The intern had done something wrong, but the whole department was being absolutely castigated by the manager. He's there. You know how it is, corporate Kenya. He's like, and this, da, 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 da. So when he got to the Gen Z chick who's like 21, and he raised his voice and he's like, by the way, and as for this, you should have. She was like, no.
That story sounds familiar.
You will not shout at me. And while everybody else in the whole department is like, hey, he goes, I may be wrong, but you will talk to me. You will not shout at me.
Go on.
You get me? And to the point where the guy was like calm, like he could see the HR letter coming, and he was like, but it's just an example of how a lot of the younger generation are really standing up for them. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Same here, bro.
I'm
Same
here for it, man.
Bosses are in trouble. Like,
They have not seen it yet. They've not seen it
the
yet.
days are numbered, bro. The
You know?
days are numbered.
It's because I feel like even for the millennials, they've gone through that, so they feel like putting people through the same thing is not a big deal, right? But these kids are just like, you're not messing with my mental.
They're not having it.
You're not gonna stress me for anything. If anything, you need me more.
I feel like they're the tipping point when it comes to a lot of things shifting in the culture at different levels. So even when it comes to employment, work, and all that, so much is going to change. So many dynamics are going to change. Because us guys, as we're phasing and fading out of this scene, guys are branching into maybe personal businesses. You're not going to be employed forever, you know. So the next guys who are going to be the next employees, things are going to be very different. They might not even be about that work. Like, unajua ni aje? You think you can run this thing the way you want to run it. You run it. You find your own people who are going to run it. And if this is something that's common or it's general, then that threshold is going to be met, and I don't know what we are going to say. I don't know what is going to become of.
You made
the
a very
scene.
interesting
Of the
point.
employment.
Do you think that Gen Z marked the end of the generations who saw employment as a must?
Yeah.
Yes. It started with the
Late
millennials.
Late
millennials. So that the Gen Zs, theirs was now more like solidified. They were more witty. They were like, I'm not gonna entertain nothing. As we are a bit, here and there, a bit of security, a bit of safety, is coming fast. But for them, it's different.
And that's the thing. They really don't care. Like for them, security is not necessarily a thing.
Yeah.
It's more of like taking chances, and then we'll figure the rest out as we go.
Yeah.
So I think also there was a little bit of like embarrassment. Can we call it embarrassment or like expectations for late millennials? What are they called? Us now. There was pressure to now like be bigger than your parents or do more than your parents. What will your parents' friends think, or what will your grandparents think, etc. But for them, it's just like I'm living for myself.
Yeah.
And you can't necessarily tell me anything, because
I think-
I'm gonna do what I want when I want it. And if it works out, well and good. If I have to move back to my parents' house, cool. Like there's no embarrassment that comes with failure, if you can call it that, or
And I feel like it's
trying.
it's giving them a very strong advantage, because most of them are naturally getting into what they do want to do, and it's working out for them.
They're thriving.
Their parents show them that it's okay. You can take some time. You can try a couple of things, find out what works for you in the process of discovering what doesn't. And by the time one thing leads to another, you're somewhere where someone who followed everything by the books is still tarmacking and hasn't even gotten nearly to where you're at. So
True.
yeah, I feel like they're the major tipping point.
I think there's some key learnings and things that we also can't ignore when it comes to Gen Z, millennials, and also the alpha who are coming in and everything. I don't think everybody's figured it out. There might be a bit more confidence to express yourself as compared to this and that and everything. But there's also a lot of Gen Zs I interact with who are hella confused.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You get
Almost everybody.
and I feel like when we have this conversation, let's have both sides of the coin, because there's people who are getting in with that kind of mentality, getting into structures that are not that malleable and now. You know what I mean?
In and out.
In and out, right? And you're in that whole,
Like
what would I
limbo.
call it? Like a hamster.
Hamster wheel.
You're in a hamster wheel. So
I agree
good.
with you.
It's good to have that, but of importance is self-discovery.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Understanding
it's all
yourself.
about.
Yeah. And here's the thing: like, you can't tell me Gen Zs have figured it out way more than G's generation. You get?
They have.
No.
Yeah.
There's every generation has its own unique thing that they did. It's only because we live in a social media age where I'm in touch with more Gen Z and I can see it in my face. But if I'm there, I know like G and his mandem, there's a lot that you can't put down. And they also broke a lot of barriers. So I feel like
That's a
when we
good
have
point.
this conversation, let's also remember that you're not the first.
But I also feel like yours is biased as much because
No,
hear me out because you have picked a particular lens through which you're seeing this, because we were coming from a point of generality, like there's a general threshold that's about to be met. Yes, we're not, and it's not a T. We now know more than the previous generation. No. Of course not, because we learn from the previous generation. What we're talking about is the steps that we are taking into whatever future that we decide is best for us, based off of things that are different from you, because you did it out of fear. Us guys, you're deciding to do it out of love.
No, but you see now, for me, I never did nothing out of fear. Like for me, when I look at like Gen Zs and everything, fam, when I was getting my kid, I was like, it's either we're doing this or, you know what I mean? Like I had to step up in so many ways. And G, the same, you had your circumstances. But now, what I don't like is this whole thing where the conversation about Gen Z, and I say this from like even a marketing perspective, like some of the nuances that I hear, it makes someone who's not as exposed to them, who's my age, to kind of have a fear or a misunderstanding towards them. Because they might be louder, they might be this, but maybe it's not everyone. And if I get like, say for instance, you're an HR person, which HR is it's not a good example. Let's say finance, right? And finance is a very draconian, very to the
structured,
letter,
yeah.
structured, what.
Yeah.
And you're probably trying to relate with this particular person, which you don't necessarily need to, because you're dealing with Excels every day, but you have this employee who's coming, who's of this, whatever. Like I believe, just like as humans, we all should take time to understand each other. There's no reason why a Gen Z should be able to speak to someone else and be like, you're fucking old, you did this and that and what. You get, take time to understand this generation, what they've done. And you get, and I'll use
You understand what I was saying because he's
No.
He's biased.
No.
saying it
I'm
like
not
that.
biased.
That's not why. You know what I'm saying here? This is the same guy who tells bad jokes, articulating himself so well on this point.
Yeah, and you see, and why I was actually about to learn this, right? Today on in the morning, I had a very interesting interview, right? And one of the founders of a particular company, a young app that's doing some stuff, right? Is 24 or something.
I was in high school with him.
You
he was
understand?
like 3 years down under me.
Yeah, you get.
Yeah.
Like that's a young guy. But the person who he has as, one of his mentors is a guy who's been doing this thing in this particular field for so long. And he did say, yo, fam, this doors would have never opened. Ways would have never gone through this and this and this if it wasn't for this guy.
Yeah.
So there's room for everyone.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
You get, but now,
Yeah.
for me, I just wanted to break that whole, because I feel like to some extent, and I could be corrected on this, there's a bit of friction that comes out. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that doesn't need to be there.
I just think
feel like
both-
it's
sorry.
No, go.
I just think both generations or all generations just need to learn from each other.
Yeah.
In one way or another. Because if we start, I mean, at the moment, I feel like there's a lot of butting of heads because
Yes.
one generation is just like, how the hell do you tell me that?
Yeah.
You're a baby. And then the other one is just like, it doesn't matter that I'm a baby. I still have a brain,
And
you know?
And you know the crazy thing about it is, check this out. So Elsa Majimbo has an argument, a very Gen Z type argument with Naomi Campbell. Next day, what's posted? I just seen this
Behind
With
Beyonce.
with Beyonce.
I love
win
it.
to win.
That's Elsa. That's
There you
Elsa
go.
for
love
you.
it.
Listen, man. Before we wrap, there's a lot of great things happening on the channel that I want to spread some light on. The Chop Shop is back.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
set.
Yes, sir. We
Set
back. We
looks
back.
amazing.
Oh.
So make sure you check out Andy and Neville on the Chop Shop. It goes out it's supposed to go every Tuesday at 4:20, but it's been a couple.
Just a second to pick
You can go. We're finished. Bye. There's a couple glitches, but it will be going out 4:20 on
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays for 20 p.m.
DST.
Ile me da.
DST have started now and having guests on set.
The
You had
girlies.
Kelly this week.
Yes.
Last week.
Yeah.
Andy the week before.
We did solo the previous week, but we have a really great guest coming this week. So stay tuned. I think you're really going to
Sundays.
love it. Every Sunday at midday-ish. But yeah, you'll really enjoy this mainly because, we're into the music
Banter
vibe.
Box as well. What day is
yes.
Banter Box? That's Thursday. Thursday at 8 p.m. Banter Box. Big up Natasha, John Tay, and of course Wasandra.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot happening, man.
There's a lot.
Wild card.
The
The
wild
wild
card.
card.
Yeah.
There's the music shows, Grouchy, Wake Up
Yes.
Call, Lockdown Session.
Lockdown session.
And I feel is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. Cool. There's a lot happening on the channel. Spend some time on the page, man. Don't just watch us. Watch other guys as well. And definitely much more to come as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We
Oh,
are a
yes.
creative hub right here.
Yes. Much more to come.
Yes, it's beautiful.
All right, this has been The Mics Are Open. My name's G Money.
And the young
Ashley.
Big C.
Big C.
Adios.
Bye.